On the stage, first time ever, I think. So please give him a warm welcome. Here he is, everybody, Ben! Big round of applause.
So my girlfriend got me into stand-up comedy because she misses Louis C.K. so much. She said, just try it, but please don't be exactly like him. And I said, fine. I won't masturbate in front of you anymore. So I've been growing quite nostalgic over the years, and that's why I love that things from the 90s are still relevant today. For example, Roseanne and The Cosby Show. So if you don't know, The Roseanne Show recently got cancelled because Roseanne is a huge Trump-supporting, MAGA hat-wearing conspiracy theorist. So, for example, she can't stop tweeting about Obama's birth certificate and how the Illuminati is poisoning the water supply. So she's sort of a female Alex Jones. And so one of her more recent tweets was about George Soros. So she said that he ratted out his fellow Jews, his Jewish friends, so they would be sent to concentration camps. But during the war, George was only 9 years old. But interestingly, this makes Roseanne the first Trump supporter to be against putting children in concentration camps. I'm sorry. I tried to be family friendly, but this was not intended for children. The joke, I mean, the concentration camps are. Of course, Melania objected to the Trump camps too at some point, presumably because she knows how it is to live in captivity. Now, on to a lighter subject, The Cosby Show. So, sadly, The Cosby Show is no longer on air because Uncle Billy misbehaved. And if you don't know what Bill did, well, then you must have been asleep. She got it, but judging from that reaction time, it sounds like Bill Cosby drugged you as well. So, now that I've been in Switzerland for a while, I tend to get more interested in local Swiss politics. So there's one party I find particularly welcoming, and that's the SVP, because they don't discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're from the slums of Kinshasa or are called Dietrich Deutschmann and are from Constance, both of you can fuck off to where you came from. And that's refreshing, really. But I think out of all the people, the SVP hates me the most. I stole Swiss jobs, I stole Swiss women, and most of all, I hate fondue. Now don't get me wrong, I love cheese and I love bread. But since when does cheese and bread constitute dinner? Add some fucking vegetables, we're not in the Great Depression. Let me illustrate this point. Who here would eat a pizza without topping? Right, no one. Well, fondue is basically the same, only with a different ratio of cheese to dry bread. It's been told about the Swiss that they're antisocial, and I don't really notice that in the city. But then I went to the countryside. So I was at Wallensee a few weeks ago with my girlfriend, and we were sitting at a rock. And then this old guy comes along, and he points at the rock and goes, "Das ist Mienstein." Now, we were confused. This was just a random rock. It wasn't even a particularly nice rock. So my girlfriend tried to mediate the situation in Swiss German and was like, "Yeah, shall we move our bags so you can join?" And the guy was like, "No." And all the while he kept staring down at us. He acted like he just pulled fucking Excalibur from that rock. So things were getting really awkward. So, but I was just there to have a relaxing time at the beach, and now I was involved in a staring competition with an old guy. And I wasn't sure if I would win because I was quite sick at the time, so it could be that I'd collapse first. So we decided that the best course of action would be just to capitulate and leave. However, I didn't want it to end just like that, because I had some thoughts and comments about the situation that I really wanted to share with that guy. But unfortunately, he only spoke Swiss German. And I know two words in Swiss German. The first is "Goeie Gäschli," which is useless in this scenario. And the second word I learned online. Now, I love learning languages online. That's how I picked up Polish and Russian. Kurwa suka, blat. And in the same spirit, I learned the Swiss German word Schnabelhetsche. And this word is only used in Bern, and it means something like wee-wee chewer. So in my last act of defiance, I pointed my weak and sickly hand at the guy and said in my best Bern accent, "Du bist ein Schnabelhetsche." And the guy looked at me and must have thought, wow, that's a sick burn. Thank you.
That was Ben, everybody. Big round of applause for him. Wow, that's an edgy comedian, guys. Doesn't like fondue. Ooh, controversial. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm not sure if I